Sit down, sit down, sit down.
I never went anywhere. I was
Whoa!
10 seconds
Hi.
remaining.
Oh, thank you.
You can be on camera.
This is the most prepared hub of all.
Sit down, sit down, sit down.
Hello,
We're
welcome.
down. We're down. We're
Are
good.
we live? As in, are we
Don't range
audible?
your types, there you go.
Radiant
We are audible.
Thanks, Owen. Thanks, man.
It is winners bracket finals.
I may not be a smart man, but I'm easily satisfied with a draw.
Almost.
Almost. Well, there's no enigma pick in this
No, I
game.
mean almost. The accent was fully down at the end. I
Oh,
heard a little
really?
bit of Australian slipping through. It's okay. You know, you gotta have something to work on. Team Liquid and Finem, one of the two, will move to Boston after they win the series. It's best of three. This is game one. Team Liquid, Shadow Demon, Drow. There's an Io and a Luna. Fogs, what do you think?
Well, I think that we would expect these 4 picks. The Wisp is probably a little bit the one that's out of the ordinary, but very in the ordinary for Finem. And then the Timbersaw ban is probably the other one that's a little bit strange, I'd say. I guess they were just like, oh, you know, Liquid's, that's like one of their big ones that they've been winning with Mod 2 on it. So pretty straightforward, though.
What heroes are we missing in terms of bans? I feel like normally there's a Bounty Hunter ban against Finem, and that didn't get banned this time. So
That's weird they didn't pick
Yeah.
it first as well. They kept picking it first, didn't they, when it was left in?
and maybe next time is amazing at Bounty Hunter. I think they've won most of their games with it as well.
Who was first pick, actually? Sorry.
SD was first pick.
SD was first pick,
Yeah,
so, okay, so
the
it's
Luna was
denied
like a
Luna
block pick.
Yeah,
the
okay.
Luna's a block pick, and I guess they didn't want Luna Bounty, they wanted the IO Luna.
Yeah, I was like, the Luna pick was a little weird just because of like where it is, but now that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that
Void
means
ban.
that Finem has prioritized Radiant over
Radiant team
over Dire.
back.
Wasn't that for them though the team that didn't really care about like the SD Luna combo? Like that actually they just drafted against it and felt confident.
Maybe
they ran it
seeing-
themselves at least a game or two, I know.
Yeah, maybe seeing
So-
Liquid play yesterday, they were like, okay, these guys have got it down. We don't want to like
10
risk
seconds
these
remaining.
games versus it. It's like these games are way too important.
There is a lot on the line as
5
well. Like winner of
seconds
this goes directly to the major.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you don't want to end up like Mineski in the winners bracket
Reserve
match, and then
time.
you drop down, and then you lose those 2 games as well.
Yeah, it's a
Like
bit
that's
it's tough. You lose a match and you have to play right after.
Yeah.
'cause I think I remember the last time they had the qualifier format, they did the winners match on the first day
Yeah,
rather
they
than
had
the
it
losers
the other
match.
way
so
around.
They
you'd
did.
start with the losers match, which is fine, because then the second, if you play 2 matches in a row, it's the team who wins who plays the second.
Why do you
match.
think they would have changed that? What's the benefit of having it this way around?
Absolutely none.
Oh.
I don't. I don't know.
The only benefit that I could see
Yeah.
is that
What?
nothing
Winner
is
event.
decided on the first day in terms
What's
of
wrong
who's
with
going
that?
to Boston. So keep all the Boston
wanna see
matches
that.
to the end.
See what? What happened?
I'm just dodging Toby. I'm like, Winner ban. He's the one who kept. He's been
Oh,
like,
the win rate.
He's been
Oh,
calling
yeah.
it, the win
Yeah,
rate
you
a
kept
couple
calling it
times.
out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I kept calling for the pick, and I got myself a sandwich on day 1 from you just because.
That's actually true. I
Just
did.
because I got the pick for that one. That was Vega. That was Vega who liked running that combination. But it was good. It was good. It was fantastic
10
against any kind of
seconds
mid
remaining.
laner because all of a sudden it's like Shackle and rotation in.
Yeah.
So
Ban.
Bounty Hunter is still banned
Yep.
as well. And Bad Rider, I almost forgot about that hero.
Yes.
Another Darkseer, but a Darkseer comboed up with a Luna. Like there's no Sven. It's just.
But it's the
Darkseer.
Wisp for the double heal with the
I
mech, right?
really like it in terms of
Yeah,
just
true.
grouping up when they get the mech and just go.
The issue I have is Darkseer's counter push is going to be pretty abysmal next to the Drow Ranger. Like she's going to take that offlane tier 1 tower with ease, and Darkseer will not be in a position to stop her.
But it is Finem. You know, they want to fight.
Yep.
And
Yeah, they'll
Drow Ranger is a group up lineup, so
pick
they
some
wanna
like
run
Darkseer
into 'em.
partner, like a Spirit Breaker or something here. I
Yep.
feel.
Yeah,
The
I
Bounty's
mean,
banned, but
You
I mean,
still-
Ricky
you
even-
Ricky? Yeah,
Ricky,
Ricky.
yeah.
I don't
Then
know.
they lack disables though if they go for Ricky.
Yeah, they need the MNT hero though, so because Spartan's definitely playing that Wisp.
Spartan is IO.
You bring back the classic dual offlane, the Spirit as well as Darkseer.
Or Slardar.
Spartan usually plays the Earth Spirit as well for
Why
the-
not just the Ricky Darks here?
Because there's no disable then for them.
Yeah,
They'd have to run a
Alright.
mid with some like catch/disable.
It's like what stuns do you then have? You got Lucent Beam, mini stun, and you got Vac.
Vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about
That's all you've got if you run.
Oh,
if you-
what about if he wants to pick up the Kunka?
That could still work,
Would that-
but
It would go with the whole ad Finem fight.
It'd be a bit of a combo for the Darkseer, and you know.
no, but then maybe Disruptor is even better.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is that going to be the mind control puck?
I
Is
think
this gonna
I think that's their like their tempo
Oh.
setting.
Oh, is it?
Oh my goodness, that's
I see a
Shaker.
face
Yeah.
palm
Yeah.
from Toby.
MNT's played the shaker support.
Well, the last time we had an ES on this stream,
But it was a core shaker, wasn't it?
it was a core
yeah,
shaker, and
this
it's
is a support.
it's
Yeah.
much more much
Yeah.
different with the Darkseer and with the Luna, because then you can actually like protect your Luna a bit with that with the fissures. And well, Liquid, I like this though. Look, they kind of seem to be doing what everybody wanted them to, and having Miracle on that tempo setter in the mid lane rather than a hardcore. And oh my goodness, Undying pick, taking one out of Faceless Book.
Yeah. Didn't we also see their shaker yesterday where I think it was, I don't know who played it anymore, probably, maybe, no. But it was not aggressive enough, and I think maybe next time won't have that issue.
it was just a Earthshaker was passive on the lane. It was like
Yeah.
a 5 clarity Earthshaker early on. It was like
Yeah.
just vision block and just that was all. It was.
Later in the stages, like Earthshaker versus Shadow Demon Illusions plus everything, like he's pretty good at clearing that out. But he has to get to that point.
I'm still not feeling the counter push from Adfinin. Like if they're gonna defend their buildings when Liquid want to push, they're battling against Tombstone. They're battling against the attacks from Drow Ranger with the saving or the just the mass illusion spam with the SD. So Earthshaker still needs to reach a Blink Dagger, and this is a support Earthshaker then. So he's gonna have an even harder time fighting farm.
Oh.
Oh no. Well, at least also they can Earthshaker block the offlane. So you were saying Darkseer's gonna have some, a little bit of trouble, of course, versus the Drow Ranger lineup. So
Yeah.
now he's guaranteed at least like a bit of experience and last hits, hopefully.
But
from that.
I'm just wondering if that's gonna be the great thing that like Darkseer's gonna get a little bit from that.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get last hits into the tower, but the Drow Ranger is still gonna get all the experience. And Liquid aren't even
Ooh,
like
Death?
they don't even have to
I
lock
mean, that's
themselves
full
in.
push, I guess.
That's a cool ban though. That's definitely. I don't know if it's something Adfinin would have thought like been thinking of, but that would have been a pretty good pickup for them.
What do you think about a Dragonite for Tug?
It would be very out of his pool that we've been seeing as of late, but it's okay. He just would get punished pretty hard in the lane versus a puck with Drow Aura, and the Undying would probably just come in and throw
Which
some
hero
decays.
doesn't get punished hard by a puck with a Drow Aura? Bless you.
Bless you.
By the way, stream, I have fixed the one ear situation, I believe. We were going out.
Oh,
it wouldn't be a
good call,
stream if we
Parker.
didn't start with
The
Nice.
offlane puck
And a Templar
instant
stuff.
TA pick. Okay.
Okay.
They were ready for that Invoker pick because they insta-picked that TA.
Yeah, it seems like they actually knew that. Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Darkseer
good
TA
call
is
by you.
pretty scary too. The Iron Shell on TA where you're just getting surged in, running at people, getting kills. Like you hit that Blink Dagger timing, you have a Doxy with a mech, and you start diving for kills. So
2 ancient clears now, more so the TA of course, but I'm liking Liquid's draft a bit more, to be honest. The puck is gonna obviously struggle a bit, and they don't really have any lockdown on their lineup. But if they're able to like, obviously group up and get their timings pretty decently, I think Adfinim's gonna struggle a bit because I think the Darkseer will get a pretty late mech. I haven't really seen Skylark have too much success on getting a great mech timing on the Darkseers as of late.
as far as the puck goes, looks like he'll get help from the Undying as well. Like you can run dual lanes if you're Liquid, and IO is not the best zoning hero by any means.
Yeah.
10 seconds
Alright.
remaining.
Everything fixed, Audi?
Yeah, so
what did you
there's
break?
been an issue where we're going out in one ear, but I believe that has been fixed. I don't think I need to restart the stream for that setting to take effect, but
Okay.
if you guys could keep an eye on the Twitch chat,
I'll try.
just in case I need to fix it. We can fix it. I can
Okay, guys.
reset the stream and I can do it so we won't have any downtime. So it's fine, but we'll see. Also, hopefully everyone in game can hit. What the hell is that? That's some kind of Korean penis copy pasta?
His keyboard is screwed. That is a
He's typing in
that
Korean.
is apparent.
Is that the issue? His keyboard's stuck in Korean. What? Oh dear.
Blue didn't let me play Io, dude.
I would have loved to see Madara Io.
That would have
You
been.
know, it's a
amazing.
bit of the old Liquid, isn't it? Swapping the
would've been an-
position one and the support.
Auto loss.
Auto loss. What?
This will be the Kuro Drow Ranger. as we
Oh,
can see.
it is.
Yeah,
It is the Kuro
Like
Drow
the
Ranger.
Luna as well as the Drow.
I don't think the problem would have been the Madara Wisp. The problem would have been the Spartan Luna.
The Spartan Luna. the Divine Luna. That would have been a lot of fun.
Flamer.
I love Spartan. He knows that.
Okay, well they're ready. I think Audi and GoDz are ready too.
Yeah, as I said,
Yeah,
can
sure.
you guys check, see if the left ear
We
thing's
will
been
check
fixed?
and we will see you guys after the game. Have fun.
Yeah, do poke us if that's not fixed. But hopefully you guys and girls in game can hear us fine as well. We're looking to have less issues at the start of today, which so far we have. At least me and GoDz, we're at the right pitch. We're not a couple of tones too low. And here we have
Much
it.
to some people's disappointment.
I was
but
going to say, it was. I felt my voice was a little bit sexier when it was a bit lower, so it's a bit of a shame. But you're stuck with high pitched me. It's indeed me, ODPixel and GoDz, ready to take you through Finem versus Liquid, and of course this this very much going to be a game where people ask, have Finem finally got it in them to make it to the major gods? Because in terms of Valve events, they've got so close the last few times.
Martu, good position, scouts the smoke gang, had the ward in the lane, and then was in a position where he would see them and then get back to safety. So early aggression avoided by Liquid. They do ping the lane as if they know there's going to be a lane ward here. And yeah, they get the insta-D ward, so it's kind of a double-edged sword there with Liquid scouting out the smoke gang, because it does give the free D ward information. Good recognition from Finem that there was a ward there.
I mean, overall, looking at the draft scores, do you have a preference here? Do you prefer this, the fact that they get this dry SD, or do you feel that Finem can kind of stop this pressure with the heroes? And MNT Shaker, again, as we talked about in the past, so we're just not that used to seeing. People aren't running the Earth Shaker anymore.
Yeah, I think there's a few heroes like the support Shaker you look at maybe being as potentially a bit of a weak pick in most situations, but Finem have the kind of draft they want. They can play very aggressive after the lane stage ends with the Darkseer, the TA blink timing. They want to fight around the Eclipse. Fissure's a good setup. You can just kind of sit back, throw it, use it to protect your Luna, your Darkseer lane. Liquid, though, similarly have heroes that play style that they're going to be comfortable with. It's the Drow strat where they've got Invoker Puck benefiting from the aura. They've got good laning support. So I think both sides have stuff they're happy with when it comes to the draft.
Awesome. Well, the laning situation from Finem, running this aggressive tri-lane versus tri-lane.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, going aggressive against the lineup with an Undying is... Are you going to be able to deal with this if you're Finem? Or is the Undying too strong against tri-lanes?
Stay split up. Don't give them any multiple hero decays. That's kind of one of the key... that's like one of the first big key things. But with Luna's also one of the best tri-lane heroes, because plus 14 damage to your entire lane. It's not dependent on being ranged heroes, and it's such a value point at level 1 where it's a flat bonus damage. It's not percent base, it's flat 14. Everyone in this Finem tri-lane will right-click very, very hard. So I give like a small edge to Liquid as far as the tri-v-tri, but it does give them some 1v1 matchups that they're going to be happy with.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking elsewhere on the map, mid lane Thug TA up against Miracles Invoker, and down on the bottom, Skylark against the Mind Control Puck. So, yeah, you're talking about these other lanes. Is there kind of a clear edge for a certain side in both of these then, in your eyes?
Yeah, Finem have a small edge in both solo lanes. The TA over the Invoker, as well as the Darkseer over the Puck. Despite being a melee burst range, the Iron Shells is something that Puck can't really stop you farming with. And Darkseer can even push out the lane, then go and farm like the side jungle camps if he wants to be full-on efficient. So both lanes that should be slightly won by the Finem side. You can see already TA with a big CS lead over the Invoker, 12-4 to the 4-1 of Miracle.
I mean, that is a massive... I mean, is that expected to be that big for the TA in this kind of lane matchup? Or?
I'm no mid player myself, so I couldn't say exactly what the difference should be. I think every now and then you'll just have maybe a slightly off game. It's still just 2 minutes in.
Yeah, it's slightly good.
The lead is going to be at its biggest at early levels. Once Invoker gets more higher points in the forward spirits, it gets easier for him to last hit. So being down 10 CS in the first 3 or 4 waves isn't a big deal. Like that'll... The difference between these two mids may stay 7 or 8 CS, but it's not going to increase by that much.
Up to top lane. Looking at the CS going on between these tri-lanes. Dara 7 for 1. And let's look at Drow 9 for 0. So slight edge here for Kuroky. I mean, the question is, with this tri-lane up here, is there a side that's relying on getting kills, or is it enough just to ensure that both of your position ones are getting farm?
It's mostly looking to secure the farm. For Liquid, they're taking the approach where they want to deny farm and XP. They're using the pull camps really well. They dewarded the big camp. They've already denied a couple of getting a lot of key denies just because of the pulls that they're doing. So they're kind of trying to look to starve out Finem, keep them as lower level as possible in their tri-lane. Drow's already level 3.5, and the Luna's only level 2.5. So Liquid's already done a better job at kind of using the pull camps to their advantage.
This bottom lane as well, as you said, Skylark expected to do fine, but to give Mind Control credit, he's getting a lot from this lane.
He's actually got the Drow or something I didn't take into consideration. That's given him a lot of denies as well as CS, so he's slightly ahead of that Darkseer. Mid lane, you can see Invoker's already close to catching up to the TA, is only 5 CS behind right now, so it's not really a one lane for the TA. At least it's not going to be the kind of win that can affect the outcome of this game. If anything, you look at this more like they're just trading farm a bit.
Top. In terms of the levels that the supports are getting, what we're saying, coming up to the level 3 on Matuma Man, level 3 on the Undying, over on Finem, halfway through 2 on the Iron, halfway through 2 on the Shaker, so as you said, I think with kind of these pools and such, it looks like Liquid are, for the moment being, just getting that little bit more from the lane than Finem are.
Yeah. Oshaker doing what he can to try and stop the pulls from happening. Had to throw a fissure just to stop Matu getting the side pull off onto the wave. If you lose too many creep waves to that big camp, you've definitely lost this try if you try. Already it's Liquid with an edge in terms of experience. And the gold is slightly favorable for them as far as just looking at the raw CS on their core heroes. But Liquid just playing they're not going for kills. They're just looking to play this passively. They realize they've got the Drow Aura on both the 1v1 matchups. So even though the TA started off beating the Invoker with the Drow Aura is going to do just fine in catching up.
Look at the Skylark coming towards mid with a haste rune. So the plan is if he just wants to pull the wave, and that looks to be the case.
Interesting timing. Goes into the creep wave. He's got to know that's coming. I mean, you look up top, you see a clockwork, the clock, not the clockwork, and know exactly when that's coming back.
It's coming back down. Matumaman's actually TP'd down here.
Could be bad for him. There's a puck level 6. The Dream Call could be the death of him. No TP score on Skylark, and yeah, he's been caught in the coil. Mind control blinks past him, and
realizing
no
this
escape.
Could very much be a free kill until Spartan turns up and maybe allows him to turn it around. There'll be a disruption. Spartan still tethered up. Skylark's going to live. Fisher from MNT holds back mind control, and Matumaman now in trouble. They've tried for a Sunstrike, but it's off the point. And MNT and Spartan looking for Matumaman. The Shadow Poison comes in. It's only one stack, and well, with the recent nerfs, that ain't going to do jack all. So Skylark survives, and Finem with the reaction get themselves first blood.
Okay. It's not the outcome. I thought that was just going to be a free first blood, and they just couldn't quite kill him fast enough. Both supports TP rotate. It's kind of awkward because now Luna's left solo up top, and I would say Luna almost just wants to TP bottom. Yeah, there's no farming up top when both your supports have abandoned you against a dual lane or even a tri lane. Kuro's got already multiple points in ice arrows. There was no staying in that top lane for the Luna. So smart decision, just TP's bottom, gets out of there, and it's a pretty clean rotation, and you have to commit 3 TP scrolls if you include the Lunas as well to make that first blood happen, but it's worth denying it from Liquid and getting a lane where Luna's going to continue to get some good farm. She wasn't going to be able to maintain her farm in the top lane, so she moves bottom.
And as of course, if you're moving the Luna, do you expect Liquid in response to send Bulba and Matumaman down there? I mean, what's their plan now? Obviously, they've got no one to really bully up on the top lane. What's the use of these supports now in this?
Yeah, Matu's definitely looking like he wants to be on the roam. I mean, we saw he was the one who actually moved first when they went for that bottom gank. So possibly see him try and find some pickoffs either in the mid lane or in the bottom lane. I was curious to see who goes top right now. It looks like Skylark will be going to the lane, not the jungle. There is definitely consideration towards sending someone like a Darkseer into the jungle and giving Shaker the XP up top, but seems they're happy that maybe they want to keep maybe next time kind of on the roam, finding places where he can be useful. Protection from the Undying and the Shadow Demon ganks and rotations as well is kind of his key role here. But it seems like it's going to be like more just defensive, passive farming in the laning stage. You've got Invoker falling back to the jungle. Shadow Demon just takes over the mid lane to try and get like some XP towards the level 6. MNT is going to go into the... thinks about going in. Yeah. Interesting scan. That scan was literally just so he could get that ward down. He scans the high ground just so he knows that his smoke doesn't get popped. So this is kind of the fluff and stuff style smoke. He used to do this a lot where he just smokes to get down wards, and getting down those 2 key wards and knowing they were unspotted is pretty strategically advantageous to you. So definitely don't mind him using smoke in that way.
He has been he's spotting Matumaman out now, and he might go for a bit of a funky play in the mid lane. TP's already coming through the nerf. They get the Fissure. They could have a chance of bringing down the SD. Thug being tethered up. Spartan allowing the TA to get in position, and Matumaman's down.
Yep. Just
like that. Finem pick up another kill. And very nicely done again. Finem just seeming to be on top with the TP. Well, they always know who to bring in and when to bring them in.
And those wards, again, help. They saw Miracle in the jungle. They know they're not going to be countered by a Cold Snap Fort Spirits killing off either someone like a Shaker or an Io there. They're totally safe to just dive once the disruption's on cooldown. Shadow Demon has no defensive tools, so very calculated aggression coming out from Finem. It's only been the 2 kills, but they're picking their moments and picking them very well so far. They're even looking to pressure the bottom tier 1 tower now.
Absolutely, already down to half health. Kuroki was trying to do his best to put the pressure up on top, but with Skylark just constantly pushing the lanes back out with the Iron Shells, pretty much minimal damage was done to the tower. You got a movement from Liquid. Mind Control has the Dream Coil back off cooldown. Matumaman there as well, ready to help him set up for some action.
He was nearby. This could be dangerous because of the Eclipse, but Luna getting a bit low on HP to start things off.
But look at Spartan's position. If
Yeah.
he hangs around, it looks like he's not going to. Needs to stay near this Luna. And I think, yeah, he's well aware. He's there to back up Madara, unless you get the Dream Coil on the silence onto both, which they may just do, as Mind Control looking to open up, comes across, drop down the Tombstone. Madara's trying to get back, and in fact, the Luna's going to be all right. Throws a loose a beanback, the tether across from Spartan, and again, Liquid, even with the Dream Coil there, unable to get the catch that they need. And Finem back behind the tree line. They could still be in trouble, though. They're being pincered in. Mind Control throws an all through, but a
got no ult
4th
now.
TP. That's going to put Liquid off from going any deeper. And indeed, with the mangoes eaten, MNT nearly getting the Fissure first. Is silenced initially. Unfortunately, has to block off the pathway to hit that stun, so no follow through. But again, Finem keeping everyone alive, coming down, dropping the Dream Coil, dropping the Tombstone from Liquid, and they don't find anything productive with it.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, he went for the relocate just to pull Madara out, which immediately got cancelled by Disruption, but it meant the Disruption was kind of wasted. It wasn't used really for any offensive gains, so Finem had all the tools they needed to react to that one. There was a lot of one charges on the Luna, so she had plenty of sustain. If anything, that could have gone even worse for Liquid. If not for the fact they have a Tombstone there to protect them, Luna likely goes for some kind of big pressure using the Eclipse.
Spartan.
Yeah,
He just take a sudden strike to the head, but just had enough HP.
Kind of reveals the fact there's a ward in that area. It's hard to know where because there's so many ward spots around that bottom room, but may see a D ward coming out. Interesting, Thug's going straight into the Deso, not the Blink. That's always like a toss-up. Normally, I'd say would almost lean towards a Blink because of the Darks on your team. You've got the Iron Shell and you can play very aggressive in the mid-game, but just a different approach and something that means he feels like he's not going to need the blinkers early because his team's doing just fine without having that initiator.
Yeah, absolutely, and it seems that they've already got the potential gap closing in terms of the IO, helping him get in position. MNT just kind of laying down these fissures to catch heroes by the tip, allowing them to walk in, get that meld hit off, and follow it up with a refraction slow. Yeah. And of course, as always, if you get the Deso at an early time, it's, for its money, it's one of the most efficient DPS output items.
Yep. Well, Thug's TA, I mean, one of his classic best heroes doing just fine so far. 5.8k net worth. He is leading the net worth by a big margin. Miracle's Invokers just set up camp in the jungle for the most part, trying to farm passively there. And
Miracle will catch up, but he's got the Midas. It is Miracle. He's on his Invoker. Unless they consistently punish him over and over again, the Invoker's farm is going to catch up to the TA and get ahead. The only way that Thug can keep ahead if they start to spiral out, control out Finem and find those kills. Yeah. But
I mean, Thug is just huge with he's almost hitting level 12. Like he's halfway there. That's just crazy for a TA having the ancient stacks and just getting the free farm in the mid lane as well as the jungle. He has played as good of a TA as you can play. As far as like not even getting many kills, he was involved in just the 1 assist, but it's been phenomenal early game from him. He just needs to back up with a good mid game because you can have the best, you can have like the best early game possible, but if you play too aggressive as a TA or blink into some bad situations, feed away that, and you'll quickly feed away that lead.
Yep, and with these Ancients, that is going to be the Deso done. So 12 minutes in, having Treads, Desolator, if you can get your hands on any of the members of Liquid, you're going to be bursting them down in a matter of a few hits, some of these supports this early on in the game. But Man, though, with the Invis Rune, maybe looking to get a good setup on to next time, and with the Soul Catcher Sunstrike, that is a tried and tested combo that never proves to disappoint. Insane amount of damage at this stage, and goodbye to the squishier supports.
Yep. He comes in now and blocks the Ancients, although that was something potentially spotted by that Radiant Observer, or at least they kind of knew where Matu was in that area. Top lane, meanwhile, they're looking for the puck. Looks like they might get this kill. Yeah, with a relocate up there. The Darkseer kind of baited him in. The orb was on cooldown for a bit, and until that orb came back up, he didn't have an escape plan. So nicely played by the Luna Io duo, getting their first successful relocate gank, and possibly a tier 1 tower to follow.
Yeah, mid lane Thug comes in with the Deso reveal, takes down Matuma. But it looks like the Sunstrike did clip Io. Io was kind of left down bottom on the relocate back. Yeah. Liquid were there, ready to catch it.
He left Luna top 2, like, okay, there's a lot of heroes down bottom. This doesn't look too safe. I'm just going to leave you, Luna, to push this tower. I'll throw away my life. And Spartan, very good at recognizing those situations where it's just not worth trying to force a fight that could go poorly for you.
Absolutely, and another tower into the pockets of Finem. Liquid are able to hold on to this tier 1 mid, and Liquid did get that tier 1 bottom after bringing down Spartan on the Iron. Kuroki on the road to the Dragonlance, as you would imagine, still about 500 gold to go for that. Yep. But things coming together for Finem's team fight. Skylark has the mechanism complete. So very much ready to group up and go for some action indeed towards the mid. Looks to be what they're going to do. They smoke up as 5. The line is drawn. I mean, obviously with the Deso on Thug, they could even think about trying for an early-ish Roche, but they may be more content with finding a kill. And Mind Control, he's about to get a Fisher. The question is, can they get the damage in time? He's going to juke out the first hit. 1 hit, 2 hit though, and just with a mini stun of the Lucid Beam, absolutely destroys him. Sunstrike comes through. It's not going to be enough damage. Spartan helping with the damage reduction. And there we have Finem getting the kill, and maybe even getting more. The vacuum back onto Matuma Man, taking the balls to the face. The Fisher from MNT finishes off a second. And Finem. Now Spartan will take Skylight back to base, get him topped up nice and healthy.
That's just such good calculated aggression. They see the puck orb the creep wave down, so you know you've got this small, like 6 or 7 second window before that orb comes back up, and they just jump him.
Yeah.
His orb comes up right at the end, but it's already too late. He's already been taken out because of the Fisher into the TA right-click damage, and this is before TA even has a Blink Dagger. These kills get just that much easier with the Blink Dagger online, so very concerning for Liquid, I think, with how easily Finem are finding pickoffs right now, and with it only getting easier, it's a very dangerous state of the game right now for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Thug TA, absolutely out of control.
And
It's the hero that we've seen him bring out a couple of times. It's kind of like their wild, the wild card. They bring it out, and it always seems to be picked up in the right situations. Because Thug, I'm pretty sure every time he has played the TA, I think is it just the twice I want to say, or has he played it more? In the
I'm not sure about the group stage as a whole, how many times he put it.
But we've definitely seen it at least twice, and I'm pretty sure in both games he's had an absolute standout performance.
And it's one of those things where you're versing a team like Liquid, you don't even, he's probably telling the team like, oh, let them pick Invoker. Like Miracle Invoker, let's give it to him, and then we insta-pick TA. Like that's a hero he wants to verse mid as a TA. So he's more than happy to let his captain know, like, you don't have to ban Invoker against this team. Just put me on TA. And they've, even the rest of the heroes, it's almost like they had a draft that worked well. Like the Earthshaker is really good with heroes like TA, just because it's such a great long-range stun that allows the TA to go in and kill someone in just 2 right clicks before they're even undisabled. But still, it's not all terrible for Liquid. It's about a 3k gold deficit. Problem is, if Finem starts just 5-man taking towers, that could get a whole lot worse. And Liquid don't have the best team fight to play around. They've got a lot of single target damage with the Drow, the Invoker. The team fight control is not really that amazing until they get something like a Blink Dagger on the puck, perhaps. They want to have that max waning rift with the coil initiation. There'll be another tower dropped as Finem continue to press forward. They can take Roshan, like you mentioned, very easily. I don't even know if they have to smoke for it. They could almost just walk right in if they wanted to. But for now, let's take some more towers. They've got Deso, they've got Luna. Very easy for Finem to take objectives.
Yeah, this pushing power is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, they're setting up mid. Earthshaker's TP'd back, but looks like he'll be a little late. He was trying to make a play there. He was trying to TP back, get a fissure off as someone TP'd onto that tier 1 and they could find a kill, but the tier 1 just died too fast, so unfortunately.
Yeah, tools coming together for Liquid now. Miracles managed to get the bots on top of the drums Midas, and as we've just seen, Mind Control has picked up the Blink Dagger. Yep. So we'll see if they can get something for that. For the time being, though, Finem into the pit. Thug ready to go with the Deso. The damage output from Madara.
Liquid is smoked. They saw it because they had the Drow creep camped in there. They're looking to contest this. The scan sees them, though.
Yeah, let's see what kind of a jump they can get. As you said, Finem know that something's up there. They've already backed out of the pit, ready for Liquid to come down. It's just it's a question of whether Liquid want to come around and try and find Finem over in Finem's jungle. Thug's back in the pit. Bulba coming in with the ultimate. Look at the silence onto MNT, trying to control him on the sideline, but the tether comes through. Spartan keeps MNT alive. MNT will survive. Now they'll be able to turn around onto Bulba. Again, Finem fighting as a team. Spartan, MNT may just be the support shaker, but Spartan makes sure that MNT lives. Spartan will pay with his life as Mind Control picks him off. But it's a 2-for-1 trade. Finem back into the pit. Sunstrike isn't going to clip onto anyone. Liquid still maybe looking a bit desperate, wanting to try and get back into this. Mind Control comes through. Oh, he snatched the Aegis. He didn't get the kill, but he got the Aegis. The question is if he can actually play his way out of the damage that's going to beat him down. He gets the phase shift. The 4-man silence is not enough. It was a nice Aegis snatch, but at the end of the day, it's still all dandy for Finem. They take the Roche kill. They get themselves Mind Control at the end of the day. The only thing that they don't come out with is Spartan's life and the Aegis.
God, I mean, Finem, they probably feel like they could have gotten more there. They win that fight. If anything, it's still a great play by Mind Control to snatch the Aegis because it limits Finem's ability to just 5-man take down all the towers on the map, even threaten the high ground. Io almost relocates out there, who was so close to getting back to the fountain, healing himself back up and coming back in. without mind. And again, it was mind control on the puck, making the plays that small little plays that mean Liquid, they're still behind, but they're at least not too far behind. If you don't kill the IO there, if you don't snatch that Aegis, Finem is suddenly, with an Aegis in hand, 5-manning every single tower on the map, and you could just lose this game in 20, 25 minutes.
I mean, the question as well for Thug now. Again, he's mounted up 2.2k gold. Does he go for the Chrysalis, or does he just go and get the BKB, play it safe, make sure that he doesn't throw away this lead he has?
Don't know for sure. Well, what the best item is going to be. There's, like you say, the BKB just to force the high ground push in the fights is definitely going to be an item you want at some point. It's a matter of how soon do you want it. There's other smaller items, like you go for the Dragon Lance is really good for pushing high ground just for the added range. You can just be further back hitting a tier 3 tower, but it looks like the fact he's saved up this much money may mean he wants to go for something a bit bigger. Like you say, the Crystallis into Daedalus. The burst damage potential from a Daedalus DSOTA is just insane, and that's going to absolutely melt a lot of these Liquid heroes.
Here we have Finem. They are very much ready by the looks of it to think about pressuring the tier 3s. Liquid are TPing back.
Yeah, this is where they wish they had the Aegis. That's where mind control's play makes such a big difference.
So they're just up there with the refraction, hammering it into the towers. Iron Shell as well, of course, just helping to clear out the way. Pink's come through. They're going for the rat though. Miracle with the Forge Spirits. He's going for a bit of a race here. TP now will come back from Skylark. Miracle backs away. This little bit of a split push pressure.
They caught him with a vacuum. They have relocate.
If they could turn and kill Skylark. Him back, and indeed there it comes in onto Kuroki. Thug ripping Kuroki to bits, but Core is lost Spartan. Can they kill Miracle? He's trying for the TP out. MNT with the Fisher gets him with the vision. It's not there. Miracle.
He's trying to cleave, but he cleave off the illusion. No.
Oh, sneaky.
Oh, no detection for him. They know he can't
30 seconds till TP. Yeah.
They could try and scout the Ghost Walk animation, but it looks like they're not going to find him. Yeah, you can see
Thug,
he's walking around up there thinking maybe he's hiding. No, he's not going to find him. Miracle, he's like, where do I go? He knows he can't walk into an enemy hero. If he walks into an enemy hero, he reveals his position. Oh, they found him.
Oh, they've got dust there. They've rumbled and Miracle's been rumbled. Oh, he might actually kill Skylark.
Fisher! He cancelled the first one.
Yeah.
It's tough. You got to stay hidden so you don't reveal where your Ghost Walk there, but at the same time, he knows that. He's trying to just stay as close, tucked away in the trees as he can.
Oh, man.
And that's Shaker's Blink Dagger.
That's Shaker's Blink Dagger. Thug, he's got 3.9k gold that he's casually holding on to, and the way that the game's going, he doesn't feel like he even needs to buy anything. He's already doing so much with
he
his
doesn't
items.
need any items.
That's the scary thing. He's doing what he's doing with a 4k net worth lead that he's not even utilizing at the moment.
Again, I'm really, like you say, well, I have no idea what he's getting. Really curious to see what it's going to be, whether it's the safe BKB, the Daedalus, a Moonshard type item. They've got creeps on the high ground. They're going to go back to top knowing that it's low already, and with no Invoker, they might try force this.
Let's see what kind of defense they've got. Oh, P.
Shaker not in the range just yet, but at the same time, Liquid engaging
where's MNC
is...
at? Where's MNC at?
Liquid aren't looking to engage. They're just looking to store it now. They've already used Disruption just to get some Lunar illusions for themselves. The Puck's Blink is on cooldown. This is just Liquid trying to chip away and at Finem to keep them back. So if anyone's engaging, it's Finem here.
Let's see what the kickoff is. Already falling low. There we go. Actually relocating out.
That was a bit of a
panic
bit of play.
A BM relocate? what was the point?
I don't Perhaps thought Liquid were about to jump them. I don't know.
Maybe
it was an odd play from Spartan, but
there we go.
Either way, no big deal.
Back up.
Yeah, they
know Liquid's all back, I guess.
Your TA had 5k gold she hadn't spent. Why push high ground without the TA's BKB?
There we go.
It's at base. You're pushing high ground without the BKB. Luna's got 2k. Like 10k of your net worth isn't even on your heroes. Like why push high ground when you're missing that kind of farm and itemization? So they're gonna back off, rightfully so.
Oh, and of course Madara with evasion. It's so brilliant this game because MKB is, if it ever comes out, it would be on Kuroki Drow, but it's a long way away.
Yeah, not an item you want to you don't go straight into like an MKB with just a casual Yasha Dragonlance. Maybe you do because you see that item, but it's very difficult to play into this talisman for the Invoker as well as the Drow. Helps against like the SD Disruption illusions. It is level 4 illusion, something that kind of looked at when they were defending high ground earlier. Matu's poison sacks just don't do as much damage. We've seen so much of this max Disruption build.
Oh, here we go. We'll duke it out the first hit with the self-disruption, but Matuma Man's going to need a lot of help. One more touch and he's gone, and there we have it. One down on Liquid. Alright, just pummeling into the racks. The Glaive's doing all the work here. Ranged racks to fall. Now look towards the melee racks as well. They jump in though. Fisher onto 2. He melts 1. He looks towards Kuroki with a BKB. They just can't stop this TA. That's a triple kill for Thug. 3 down on Liquid. They don't have buyback. There's 3 heroes down for 50 odd seconds on Miracle and Kuroki. And at Finem, they're getting the racks for absolute free up top. And they're not even done. Fisher onto Matuma Man. It's another kill for the Greeks. No mercy.
It's game. It's multiple lanes of racks. There's no coming back. No one has buybacks. It's at least 2 lanes. It's really 3. It's actually should be GG. I expect the call any minute now. It's such a strong performance from Thug's TA and Adfinem as a whole playing so well together as a team. What dominance coming out in game number 1. They have played so well here. They're not wasting time on the mid-range racks. They go straight for bottom lane. They want the megas. They even get mind control. And Adfinem have secured game 1 at this point.
Now this is absolutely ridiculous. GG, what a performance from Adfinem. I mean, this is a team that... I think that was the first Echo we've seen all game as well.
Yeah, you don't need it.
He doesn't need it, he just needs a Fisher. I mean, this a team that's come so close to qualifying for a Valve event each and every time, and now they're only 1 game away from doing it.
Yeah.
They've got, if they take down Liquid in the second one, winning the series, securing their spot at the major, they've got to be feeling on a bit of a hype train right now. I can imagine they can, you know, I don't know if they're screaming and shouting quite yet with that first win, or if it's just kind of calm, keeping it cool. They know, you know, it's not they've got to win that next game.
They're not calm.
Yeah, they're not calm.
They're
Yeah,
not
they're
calm.
going
They're
out.
They're probably
strong.
as nervous as ever. This is like
Yeah.
with them. It's great that you can have a player like Thug just step up and play such a